Alright guys, we are back and today we're going to be talking about the New Orleans Pelicans and just how good they can be in the future. Like, it's really insane because we already had rumors about the NBA really wanting and pushing for a LeBron and Zion playoff matchup. Like, they are really trying to push that narrative of just giving Zion the crown of the entire league. And Zion could already be a generational talent type player, and it seems like the NBA is really trying to push that narrative. But anyways guys, I've already done videos about this with the Boston Celtics and a couple of other teams, so make sure you go ahead and check out those videos. Make sure you go ahead and like this video, and of course go ahead and subscribe and turn on post notifications. But yeah man, other than that, let's get straight into this video because the Pelicans, I'm telling you, they looking real tough right now. So as you guys know, last offseason, the Pelicans made a massive trade after winning the Zion lottery, literally trading away NBA star Anthony Davis and getting the 2016 and 2017 number 2 overall picks in Brandon Ingram and Lonzo Ball, as well as a bunch of other first-round picks from the Lakers and Josh Hart and a few other role players like that. Now look, initially whenever this trade happened, a lot of the Lakers fans saw this as a win. However, I saw this as a win for the Pelicans, mainly because this team is honestly in a better position than they ever were. This team allowed underwhelming young talent with loads of potential, freedom, and a bunch of assets. And look, a year later, 20 Zion games in, he looks like a future superstar with the potential to actually be better than Anthony Davis. Brandon Ingram also had a breakout season and was an all-star this year. And it finally looks like Lonzo found his shot and some confidence because Buddy's looking a lot better than he ever did playing on the Lakers. This team looks really good. So let's go ahead and take a deeper dive. I mean, the most deadly part about this team is the fact that they fit together perfectly. Ingram is probably going to always be the go-to scorer, the go-to bucket, but Zion and Zoe are going to dominate in that pick and roll. And just look at the transition on this team. This team's pace, like Lonzo thrives in a fast-paced team, and Zion and Zoe, I'm telling you, it's gonna be scary. And Zion is also a great scorer as well. I know that I just said that BI is probably gonna be the number 1 guy as far as scoring goes, but Zion can get buckets, and I also think that Lonzo, I think that for majority of his time with the Pelicans, he'll be putting up around 15, maybe 14.5 to 15 points a game, around there, but he's also going to be getting a lot of rebounds and a lot of assists, and this team is really good. Defensively, this team is a great team with Jrue Holiday. I also think that Zion could actually turn into a decent rim protector as well as Jackson Hayes, and this team also has a lot of young talent with potential. Example, Nickeil Alexander-Walker and Jackson Hayes. And do not think that I forgot about Josh Hart. Even though I wouldn't consider Josh Hart super duper young, Josh Hart could be a really good role player for this team long term. And like I said, they got loads of draft picks because they also got the 4th pick from the Lakers too, because Atlanta used that pick and they took DeAndre Hunter, and I think that they got more assets for that as well. So once again, a W. The only real concern that I have about this team is Zion's injury risk, but it honestly looks that he slimmed down during this quarantine. But it's always going to be a risk with players like him and just the type of play style he actually has. Like all those high flyers, all those jumpers, it's always going to happen. And Zion is still going to be heavy at the end of the day. I think that he might have slimmed down. I think that Zion's playing weight for most of his career, I think it's always going to be around 265 to like 270, no matter what. And that's just a lot of weight for his knees. Let's look at players like Derrick Rose and Dwayne Wade, and those are guards. Zion is a forward, like, who is one of the top 3 heaviest players in the league. So look, that's a real scare. However, if healthy, he's more than likely gonna be the next face of the NBA. Another thing that this team has going for it is the addition of David Griffin last season. I think that he's a great GM. He's not going to make any irrational decisions, and the future of this franchise, I think that is pretty safe in his hands. I mean, that's one of the biggest things that I talked about as far as the Celtics, the Knicks, and some of the other teams that I've talked about and made videos on. I really think that a front office is really important, because if you don't have a good front office, you're not going to accomplish anything. And look, just look at some of the other NBA greats and faces of the league. I'm not saying that Zion is that yet, but he is projected to be the next face. But Michael Jordan, say what you want, Jerry Krause put a lot of guys around him, so he did his job. Magic Johnson, Magic, he had help. Kobe, he had help. Who else? Like, every other generational player had some type of help other than LeBron. And it does look like David Griffin already started off by getting Zion some help with Ingram and Lonzo, and it was pretty cool how for the most part the Pelicans could have got more. Honestly, could have got Kuzma, and I think that Kuzma on this team does a lot better. Yeah, I really like that. I'm not really sure if Alvin Gentry is the coach who's gonna lead them to the big game. However, he's definitely good enough to actually develop this young talent on this team, so I really like that. And even later down the line, I think that this team is going to be able to actually retain its big three and build around them, because look, it really shouldn't be hard. If Zion actually continues to work on his three-point shot and it gets better, I think that after Bron retires, which honestly is probably going to be within the next 3 to 5 years, I think that this team is better than the Lakers. I mean, that might sound a little crazy, but I think that the Lakers, after Bron leaves, will potentially be back in the lottery, and those picks will just be worth more because AD, we've not seen him be able to really lead a team to the playoffs consistently, and this team here is looking stacked with a bunch of young talent, and they're already in the running for that 8th seed. So I don't think that it's all that crazy. I mean, the only question marks, I guess, is Jrue Holiday, because he is a big part of that, and he doesn't really fit the timeline of this team. At the end of the day, I see a really bright future for the Pelicans, and I think that AD trade was honestly a heist. Yeah, I don't really see Lonzo continuing to be a superstar. I didn't see it before the draft, even with the hype. Still think that he has the potential to actually be a top 20 player in this league, maybe top 25, top 20, around there, and a all-star caliber type player. And even BI, I think that BI will actually continue to build upon his game and just get better. The most important factor about this team is it really seems like they're building a winning culture and they're not tanking. And I honestly contribute this once again to David Griffin putting the right pieces, because last offseason we were all saying, well, if you're going to trade AD, you might as well tear it all down and maybe get a first-round pick, possibly a late first-round pick for Jrue Holiday. But I really credit players like Jrue Holiday and JJ Redick, because they are a huge reason for this young team's early success. I mean, who would have thought that this team would actually look this good? But players like Jrue Holiday and JJ Redick, like, I don't think that JJ ever misses the playoffs, ever. So I think that those guys are really important pieces of this team, and I think that they really set the mindset for all of these young players, and I really just love it, man. I really just love it. I already see the NBA is forcing and trying to give Zion this league. They are trying, and I think that he's capable eventually. He already has the mentality. He's already extremely popular. Like, he's on the cover of NBA 2K21. Yeah, it's a little premature. It definitely is. He's only played 20 games, but I honestly just hope that he does not get hurt. Like, I really do not want that to happen, because I love basketball. I love sports. I want every player healthy. I always want them at their best. And look, I already know that this Pelicans-Celtics rivalry is going to be a movie. It's definitely going to be a movie. But anyways, guys, this is the end of the video. Let me know what you guys think about the Pelicans and just how good you guys think they can actually be. As always, I always want to start a discussion in the comment section below. My opinion about this team, I think that it's them, the Celtics, and everyone else. I really like the future of this team and just the potential it actually has. And it really seems like some of the smaller market teams are starting to look good. And, you know, the NBA might be rigging that just a little bit because they want to get some more ratings in those smaller markets. And do not be shocked if Melo ends up on the Knicks. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. But anyways, guys, make sure to go ahead and drop a like on this video. Make sure to go ahead and subscribe and turn on post notifications. All that helps out the channel so much. Make sure to go ahead and share these videos. I really enjoy making them. And once again, I look forward to reading all of y'all's opinions in the comment section below. And let me know who we should talk about next. There are 30 teams in the NBA, and there's so many topics for us to actually talk about. So let me know which you guys want to talk about. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace, y'all.